So today we're going to take a quick look at the X400 TrapLink receivers. Now these are the entry-level part of our range, but needless to say these are still very good bits of kit. I've personally tested these over 100 meters, 120 I would say I went to, and it was still working strong. In some situations we've put these up on tops of hills with the trap out of sight and a remote control can still reach it. Now obviously when you're talking in terms of going through brick trap houses or over woodlands, or if your trap is up in a high tower or up on top of a cherry picker, you should really be considering the TrapLink professional range. Having said that, if you own a field and a few traps and you enjoy a bit of shooting with your friends, these are perfect. And the good thing with them is they're considerably cheaper than a TrapLink professional range. To give you an idea, to buy one of these is $79.99. But it also comes with the remote control, which happens to be a little key fob type remote control but supports up to 4 receivers. The more you buy at the same time, you get price breaks. So it's $79.99 for one, $150 for two, or you can buy a full set of 4 for $275. If you do buy 4, we include 2 remote controls in for good measure. If you're just buying 1 or 2, you'll receive 1 remote control. Now, yes, it is small, but we have it on a lanyard, so you can put that around your wrist if you like, or you can just buy some extra ones. These are £5 each, so they are inexpensive, and it's always good to have a couple of spares, because if the battery was to go flat out on the day shooting, you don't want to be fumbling around taking this apart to replace the CR2032 cell battery inside of this thing. You might as well just take another one out your bag and continue your shoot and sort it out later. But they come in all different types of flavours. Straight off the bat we have a Hirschman, suitable for the newer type of chromatic trap. We have the older style Duraplug connectors, 3 pins, which are good for Bowman traps, the older style chromatic traps, acorns, bidwells, you name it really. A considerable amount of trap manufacturers do prefer to use the 3-pin Duraplug. We also do, if you happen to own a GDK trap, or a trap which only has a push button or a foot pedal and isn't compatible with wireless, well, yes it actually is. You can buy the passive receiver here. Now this works by having a Duraplug, and all you have to do is remove the push button or the foot pedal and connect those 2 wires to the included socket on the Duraplug socket here. Then all you do is take the other wire, which has 2 big crocodile clips on, clip that directly onto the battery, and that powers the receiver for you. So using the conjunction of the 2 wires on this receiver, you've got a wireless system. You can of course use any of these different makes and models with the same remote control. So if you own a Laporte, buy one of those. A Chromatic on a Hirschman, buy one of those. A Bowman's on a Duraplug, buy one of those. And let's just say again a GDK. You could buy a passive one as well. So what I should mention is the passive does cost £10 more. After all, we just have the extra cable and connectors. So that one's $89.99, $79.99. And out of these 3, if you're buying this selection up to 4, you've got $79.99 for 1, $150 for 2, or $275 for a full set of 4. That about sums it up really. I mean, you've got push the button. We've got it hooked up onto a little audio device here so we can do demonstrations, but you can also push 2 buttons at the same time for a true pair. Any button combination you like, as long as you've got it paired. Now, what if you own more than 4 traps? Well, there's 2 ways of doing that really. We can either pair a different set of 4 onto another remote control, but then you're left with 2 remote controls. One will do one set of 4, one will do the other set of 4. That's fine, you can use those in conjunction and in close range to each other. They won't interfere with each other, which is good. Or you could consider going for the TrapLink professional range and an 8-channel remote control. I appreciate that does cost a lot more, but to be frank, if it's just you and some friends out in the field, this is the one to consider.